It's totally normal to feel a little doubt in feeling that you may not be able to change that person that you've known as yourself for so many years, for so long, that it's deeply, deeply embedded within you. That's totally normal, but it's also totally doable. You can unlearn things that you've learned in your past, and you can also want to change. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you are already part of the tribe. As you can see by the title, today we're going to talk about how to be authentic. It can definitely be a little challenging and perhaps a little scary to be authentic and be your full self when we are surrounded by this perfect world that we see online, that we see people portraying and wanting to hop on trends and do whatever's cool. It's also the easiest way to lose yourself, to lose what makes you unique, to lose what makes you special, right? Because if we're following trends, we are doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Being authentic is about being true to yourself. It's about living your life intentionally with your own original thoughts, emotions, and feelings, regardless of what others may think of you, regardless of whether or not you will be accepted into society or be judged by society. It's totally normal to feel a little doubt in feeling that you may not be able to change that person that you've known as yourself for so many years, for so long, that it's deeply, deeply embedded within you. That's totally normal, but it's also totally doable. You can unlearn things that you've learned in your past, and you can also want to change. Self-awareness is the first thing that we have to do, right? How else can we become our authentic self if we're not self-aware of what happens inside of us? Be aware of yourself, everything you do. Observe your behavior, listen to your thoughts, pay attention to your thoughts. I've mentioned in other videos, it's also good to keep track of your thoughts. If you find yourself thinking negatively, jot your negative thoughts down, and you can even write the date. Keep track of your thoughts. That way you are more aware of what really happens within you. Not that you want that to continue, but that brings awareness to maybe, something in your mind that has to be taken care of, that you need to look deeper into. It's also important for you to be aware of how you respond to certain situation when you are under pressure, when you're not in control, when you are being tested. When you notice yourself in certain situations, you get to see just how much you've grown, just how much you are in control of what happens within you, right? Because we're not in control of what happens outside of us. When you become more aware of these observations and when you learn more about yourself, you get to see and analyze what feels fake to you and what feels more authentic, more you, more of your persona. Examine your belief system, the belief system that has been instilled within you since you were younger. So analyze it, figure out if that aligns with your values today, right? Because whatever you learn as you were a child, you don't have to necessarily continue to be that way for the rest of your life. If it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't serve you as a human being, as yourself, as the person that you want to become or that you are, it is totally okay to build and adopt a new belief system. Remember, we are taught these things since we are young, when we are the most vulnerable, right? So everything that we learn by seeing or actually being taught to us, we grasp it and we hold on to it so tight because that's what we think life is all about, right? Until you grow older and you learn new things and you see that there's so much more to life. There's so many different ways that you can live your life, which is why it's totally okay if you no longer want to live your life with the old beliefs that you had in your life or the beliefs that you've been carrying all along. Explore your values, explore your integrity, and your ethics. These are the things that's going to truly help you live a more authentic life. Encourage yourself to learn new things, to try new things. This is the very best way to get to know yourself. There's no way for you to know if you like one thing if you have not tried it yet. Setting boundaries while you are rediscovering yourself, it's also important. Why? Because people will test you. You're not going to spend all this time working on yourself, on figuring yourself out to have someone else cross that line and disrespect you. So you have to create that thin line where people cannot cross. Why? Because you deserve to be respected and you deserve to be loved the way you deserve to be. While discovering yourself, it's also important to remember this saying. In Spanish, it goes, cada mente es un mundo, which when you translate it in Spanish, in English, it sounds a little weird, but I'll explain it now. So when you translate it, it says, every mind is its own world. So in other words, every mind has its own reality. So everybody thinks differently. That's the bottom line. Essentially, that's what it's trying to say. And it's very, very important for you to understand that. The sooner you understand that and you accept that, the better off you'll be. Being that every mind is its own world, everyone has its own reality, then that also means that not everybody's going to see things the way you do. Not everybody's going to understand you. And guess what? That is totally okay. Unfortunately, more often than not, people project their unhealed trauma onto others. It is definitely not personal. It's so easy to hear a silly remark from someone and feel bad and actually maybe believe it even for a few seconds. Just remember, when you find yourself in that situation, it has nothing to do with you. They are on their own path, which should be a healing path, self-love and all that. They should be definitely working on themselves, but clearly they're not. And sadly, they are just doing that whole, misery loves company and trying to drag you down. So understand also that it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. You continue to be yourself. As long as you are real and true to yourself, that's all that matters. Everyone's always going to have something to say. Always. That's why it's important to be true to yourself. Developing authenticity definitely takes time. Remember that we are constantly evolving human beings. We are ever changing, always changing, one way or another. Continue to make small micro steps. Make the effort every single day to work on yourself. And sooner than later, you will get to truly feel and see your full, authentic self. That is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and your time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and you are not already subscribed, then don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and click on that bell, that way you get notified the second I upload. Don't forget to like this video. If you liked it, go ahead and click on that thumbs up and like it. Comment down below any thoughts, anything you would like to share with us. Thank you again, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.